So there will be at least one video every day about payroll and tax from now until somewhere deep into January, as I continue to update everything. And it's going to be a little bit more interesting as we go. I'm going to kind of explain why. So one of the reasons why I create this big, huge 50 state version payroll application in Google Sheets and Microsoft Excel that can really run your small business. One of the reasons why I do it is because I had to do it as a form of work years ago in order to manage this. But I also built it for everyone else because it's so easy to use once you get all the formulas updated. We're going to talk about Maine because I was able to find a source to update Maine's rates for 2023. And I want to talk about that source, which is halfpricesoft.com. They have a very nicely structured system of all state withholding rates, and they are the most current of any source that I have seen searching. And I've been looking individually for these booklets, and what you end up getting from the state of Maine when you search for their release is you get this. However, see this word right here, do not use these tax rate schedules to determine income tax withholding from wages. That's because these are not the payroll withholding structured rates. They are when you tax a person, what tax are they going to pay on their income at the end of the year on their actual tax return? And the matrimony between figuring out how much to withhold each period from someone's paycheck to get that to match in total what their year liability is at the end of the year is an art form, but it also involves a lot of math. So I imagine that Half Price Soft, if they didn't find a new booklet that eluded my search, they inferred what the withholding amounts and rates are here based off of this release, which I think you can do that mathematically. I didn't try, but I think you can. Point is, it looks good, and everything that I have viewed on their website has looked good. It has not looked fishy. They're just somehow finding more accurate information than I'm searching for, more current. And I want to explain something because I thought I was the first person basically on the internet to do a video about 2023 tax rates coded into a payroll program, because I did it like within 48 hours of when the IRS released the publication 15. And so I was like, well, has this website done it? Because they have a federal area, right? It says federal tax tables for 2023. Is it done? Get this. Look what it says. Coming soon. We're still waiting for the official version. That's what I said when I was waiting. It's out. They probably know it's out, but they got to do it. I did it already, and there's a video. You can see the federal done. But anyway, all right. So let's go to Maine. What you do here? You fill out the Maine W-4. You figure out what the status of the person is and how many exemptions or whatever they're going to have. All right, that's allowances. How many allowances they're going to have? Put the allowance number here. And then, it's one, it's one. And then you choose the Maine filing status that was available, right? We chose single. Now, the actual way to calculate Maine involves a little weird thing at the beginning where you, after you remove the number of allowances times 4,700, 4,700 is the standard allowance amount, which we keep track of here in our matrix sheet for Maine. So that is, I believe, if it didn't remain unchanged, it went up to 4,700. Usually it matches the federal amount, but this is a little higher than the federals, I believe, this year, because the federal is still at 4,300, and I believe did not go up from what I saw in the publication 15. We will, of course, revisit and check all this stuff every day, because sometimes releases are wrong, and then the IRS will just sneakily put up a new version that they updated in January. Like, yeah, we revised this a little bit, we changed some stuff, typos, and they'll fix something like that. That has happened before too, I've seen. So we'll see. But point is that's what means allowance amount is. You remove the allowance amount from the annualized wages. So B4 is the gross wages from the pay period, times it by the number of pay periods, and then subtract the number of allowances times 4,700, which is what 4,700 is what matrix AD is, and K4 is the number of allowances. So you get an annualized wage amount, and then you have to run this through this weird formula about what pocket this wage fits into. If it's less than $85,000, then there's a certain deduction amount that applies. and otherwise it gets phased out. So you have to run it through this formula, which is a little more something that not every state has this, but some of the states do. So there's that phase out for if the status is married or if the status is single. Okay. And once you figure out what your standard deduction is based on that phase out, you're then, excuse me, excuse me, then you're able to you annualize your gross here by subtracting this, the standard, whichever standard deduction is from, yep, if I keep following me here. So you got to get a, then you have to get this new adjusted gross, and then you're going to put the tax on this adjusted gross. And it makes me think I could actually combine some of this into at least get rid of a couple of these columns, condensing this into another formula. But it's just, you can see there's a couple different steps to create the proper base that you're multiplying by the rates, and the rates have changed a little bit slightly. This is the nested if formula that shows how you put the amount of annualized wages into the proper bucket, pocket, whatever layer, progressive rate tax structure level. That's how you do it. It is the rates that are shown here when we go to the state tax tables. So you can see how easy it is to find. We're looking for Maine, and they already have 2023. And I checked 2022 is accurate, and here's their 2023, and it's the cost of living adjustments here. They went up slightly, like it just went up to 2,400 to 24,500 from like 23,000 something last year. Like this makes sense and this looks accurate. And so even though I cannot find the other Maine booklet release yet, I trust this. I think this website is doing a good job. So that's what this wage is, and that's what this rate is. One for single, one for married, and then you choose whichever status they were is what the actual Maine final tax withheld is. So on a $935 weekly paycheck, it's like $39.43 comes out as Maine tax. And so that is Maine. So Maine is ready, and half price soft is good. And I mean, we started to look at the list. We are getting really, really, really close to completely done. Look at this, just these guys. And I'm going to be looking through half price software. Like, do they have one for 2023 Michigan or Maryland yet? Oh, especially Maryland. Let's check that. I haven't looked yet. Let's look. State tax tables. How about Maryland? And 2023, you have a bunch. All right. What? You guys done already? Oh. Yep, and they have county rates. Unbelievable. What is this? What is this red stuff? Is it red mean it's not done yet? Is there a red thing? Divide. I suspect that, yeah, I suspect some of these are not finalized. I know that many of them are, but I don't know where they're getting their information, but this is going to allow me to finish all the states if they have all the states 2023s ready that I was still looking for, and I think they do. This is pretty great. I'm gonna be able to finish tonight. I'm just gonna go through all of them. What does the star mean? What does the star mean? Let me tell you. 7 US states don't have income. Oh yeah, duh. Yeah, sorry. That's right. Those are not incomes. Those are federal only. Well, I'm excited. I think I'm going to finish tonight. And so for the people in the great state of Maine, I apparently have your tax rates done, and we're going to check again to we're going to verify, obviously, with a document on the, the website, for example, like this is maine.gov. We're going to, this actually is a verification of the rates in a backward way. You just have to reverse engineer this a little bit to display exactly what those formulas were that we were showing. But it is logically working. So this is Maine payroll. It's $100 to subscribe to this Google Sheet. You get all 50 states if you're in a state even outside of the great state of Maine. So, all right, good luck, everyone. Payroll should be easy. We are continuing to make it so. And I'm definitely not going to stop tonight until I go through all of these states on half price soft here. So I will finish. You'll see a video about every one of those states if it's done, and I trust what I see here. Like, do you have all the Pennsylvania county rates in here, for example? Let's check that out. I know I'm nerding out on payroll tax, but this is incredible. Like, where are they getting all this? Whoever's doing research for this website, they deserve a raise. Okay, 3.07. Where do you guys have county? They don't have Pennsylvania county rates. That's right. There's tons of them. So they can't solve this problem. But whatever, I'll talk later. Guys, that was Maine. Good luck. Payroll should be easy. We're making it so. We're totally making it so.